I'm standing in my living room. You're standing next to me. I feel like we're both naked, but somehow I can't see. Because as soon as you're with me, I feel like I'm transparent. There's nothing to hold me, and yet I am still here. There is the world to conquer. There is the moment to succeed. There is the future and then memory. And then there's all this greed. I could stuff myself with fodder. Oh yes, we live in cocaine. Most people no longer see this, because constantly eating is too much strain. It's part of the game. It's what we have done to have some fun. But now look at the state of affairs. The way it looks is the way you feel. It's shit. It's toxicity. It's running away from suffering. People who no longer suffer just look like they merged into their couch. Wherever they go, they are weaklings. The industry has no pouch. The industry is a hammer, and you're the anvil, my friend. It's gonna beat you to death, man. Why don't you understand? The mission that we have been given is see through all these lies, is pay attention and go have a vision, and then get rid of all this disguise. Right, I could now go to a sauna, but for what? I'd rather make a sweat hut in the forest, because saunas are kind of dishonest. I cannot mingle with people that buy a service with money, because that just means they kind of feel powerful. I'm not here to give you what you wanted. I just do what I can. I show you the mirror. I really, I don't care, but I care. I mean, if you don't get that, I don't care about what you want, but I care about what nature wants. I care about what my feeling is guiding me to say, right? I don't just draw anything. I don't just do everything that jumps into my mind. No. I always do what feels honest. And in a world that is full of anger, right? You're gonna get at least a bit of anger. I'm not gonna give you your romance. I'm not gonna give you your that's perfect, because I have no interest in this. To me, the imperfection is then the perfection. If you can do something and sprinkle it with a little bit of I don't care, then you've got it. But you have to own it, because you don't want it to turn to gore. You want it to turn to wow, that's the individual. The rest is just people saying, that's how you should drum, right? And then you buy a book and it says, this is how you should drum. And then you try to drum like that and you realize, well, that's not drumming. You know, that's just people clinging to the way others have drummed. It's like learning the guitar from a teacher that tries to give you notes and, you know, you have to learn this song. It's like, no, I don't have to learn this song. I just have to have the guitar. I have to just play it. And if you're a good teacher, then I'll be able to observe you playing the guitar instead of sitting around telling me how I should play it. No, you should be playing it. You know, and that would be the benefit to humanity and the entire world, right? You'll be singing your song, but your song is, I'm sitting here and I'm teaching children to play after notes so they'll never break out. You know, I wanted to break out. I wanted to be free. And so I found a way, you know, that at least works for now. I don't know. Why do you think I'm working this much? No, yeah, I'm a workhorse. I can basically do anything. I've got an incredible mind. I'm really smart. But I just hate this society. I just hate it so much that I seclude myself most of the time and simply produce content because the people are so toxic, they're so condescending, that I'll rather make art. I'll rather just be alone and suffer through that than to spend more time than necessary with people that think, you know, the amount of or the number they have on their bank account says something about you. Because I've never cared about it. I really tried, but I just couldn't care less about how much money you think you have. Because in terms of energy, you're just sitting around on a bench while I'm putting myself out there on the slack line. And you're asking me if you can help me, and then I should be friendly? No, what should I say? Yes, please come help me, you know. What? You've just helped me. You've shown me who you are. You're sitting on a bench. Right? You're sitting on a bench. You're flying around in helicopters. And I'm supposed to cheer for society? Just creating useless noise instead of sitting together around a fire and contemplating whether we're going in a good direction or not. We just drink another coffee and forget it. Hey, let's just forget that we've screwed up everyone, you know? Instead of dealing with the consequences of traumatized children, we just create more of them, just to act like we've been doing really good. So yeah, sure, I make art, because this life is terrible, right? This life is terrible. You cannot do anything without wondering, you know, who owns this land? Well, nature owns it, but you act like you do. So, you know, in the end, it's just gonna be nature, right? In the end, it's just gonna be nature, my friend. So, you'll never win. Nature will always win. It's not, you know, England prevails, like in V for Vendetta. It's not Germany, it's not the USA. No, nature prevails, my friend. Because it's in everything. You know, you're surrounded by it. Your country means nothing. Because you're still, in a way, representing nature. The violent side of nature. But not so much anymore. You just, you know, it's not even the violent side. It's just the, you know, I just sit around and talk about war and make money with other people making war. You're not even a warrior anymore. You know, I cannot even give you credit for that. You're just sitting around talking. What are you then? Because no animal does that. I mean, no animal does that. Right? And that's just... it's just so stupid. It's just so boring. This entire society is the most boring thing anyone ever thought of, you know, maintaining. So yeah, let it all crumble, you know. Time will do the job, you know. You know, ask yourself a riddle. read The Hobbit, right? You know, it crushes everything, you know. It takes away your wardrobe. And why is it a wardrobe, right? Why is there the word war in wardrobe? I mean, just ask yourself some questions. The life is a riddle. Life is a riddle. And, you know, that'll never get boring. But this society, that will get boring really fast, man. One too many movies, you know. One too many times hearing people gossip. You know, that kind of stuff. You know, I can keep going for hours like this. There's no end to it. Because I've lived in this shitty place. And I can talk about it from the bottom of my heart and say, you know what, society? I really don't like you. I really don't like you, you know? Because everyone that comes out of you is just full of shit. Right? While nature will cleanse you, right? You know, just go out in bare feet in a snowstorm. And when you come back and you've got all your toes, you know, then you're gonna know what being grateful is. Or being a fighter. Or being strong. Right? Then you're gonna know. What do you know? Nothing. You just sit around watching movies. And even those actors don't know anymore. Because, you know, they just repeat words from a script. And they're like robots. They've got no free will. They can do a bit of, oh yeah, I can be a bit experimental. Yeah, good job.